Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about some steps you can take to maintain your SG500 or 1000 printer. Here are a few things you can do to keep your printer in great shape. Proper ventilation. If anything is on either side of the printer, on top or behind it, the airflow to the printer may be blocked, causing your printer to overheat. You should make sure that the printer is not in front of a window exposed to direct sunlight for a substantial portion of the day. Check the temperature and humidity of the room where you have your printer set up. We recommend that the room temperature be between 59 and 77 degrees Fahrenheit, with a humidity of between 40% and 60%. Another best practice you can do that benefits the health and longevity of your printer is to always leave it turned on and plugged in. The SG500 and 1000 printers perform a daily maintenance to keep ink moving through the lines. This auto maintenance is one of the advantages to owning a Sawgrass printer, as it helps maintain a healthy printhead. If you need to transport your printer, make sure to properly box the printer to prevent damage. Leave the ink cartridges and waste container in the printer to prevent air in the lines. As soon as possible, plug the printer back in and turn it on. Sawgrass printers are designed to be used for production. If you are not going to be using your printer regularly, here are a few steps you can take. First, leave the printer plugged in to a power outlet or surge protector and keep it turned on so it can continue to do maintenance cycles. Every week or so, we suggest printing a nozzle check so that the printer is running a job, even if it's one that uses as little ink as possible. You can print a nozzle check from the menu on the printer, or you can print it from PrintMate. In PrintMate, click on Settings and then go to the Devices tab. If you have multiple printers, choose the one you're using from the devices list. On the right side, click on the Printer Utilities and then on Nozzle Check. A nozzle check verifies the status of the nozzles. This page can be printed on regular copy paper instead of sublimation paper. Monthly, we suggest checking your feed belt and your capping station area for dried ink and paper dust. Checking your paper feed belt is as easy as opening the lid and looking down at the feed belt. You're checking for white lines or ink smears. If you see these, you'll need to clean your paper feed belt. Instructions on how to perform these cleanings can be found at care.sawgrassink.com. While you have the lid open, check the area around the capping station. We'll start by moving your print head to the other side of the printer. With the printer powered off, open the top cover and locate the print head on the right of the carriage. Using a small flathead screwdriver or something small enough to fit in the sensor slot, gently press down on the door sensor to hold it in place. Power the printer on, and when the print head moves slightly to the left of its original position, remove the power cable. Then move the print head over to the left side of the printer. Now you'll be able to see the capping station. You're looking for dried ink around the edges of the capping station or on the wipers. This ink could prevent a good seal and cause you to see an error message on your printer. Using a dry swab or a swab with a little bit of alcohol, clean any ink from the wiper or around the reservoirs of the capping station. You should also regularly check the state of the rubber paper feed rollers, both at the rear of the printer and inside the printer. Certain sublimation papers produce more paper dust than others, and as a result, leave feed rollers with a white coating. This can prevent the rollers from feeding the paper correctly through the printer. These can be cleaned with a lint-free cloth and denatured alcohol. You should also regularly check the state of the registration sensor in the printer and clean if necessary. You're looking for paper dust and smudges. This dust can prevent the sensor from detecting the page being fed through the printer and can contribute to a paper misfeed error. This can be cleaned with a lint-free cloth and denatured alcohol. If you properly maintain your printer, you'll get great results with your Sawgrass system. Thanks for watching. Now it's time to head to your next lesson.